I graduated recently, and being a student is not easy. As a student, we need to manage our lectures, exams, assignments, gym, eat healthy food, follow a sleep routine, and also make friends and have a good social life, which is a nightmare. Not anymore, because in today's video, I'm gonna share how you can manage all this by using just two things: a notebook and a calendar. Before we begin, actually, let's understand the basics. As a student, what are we expected to do? So first is we need to have our notes, that is the lecture notes, in one place, organized so that we can access them whenever needed, easily and quickly. Second is not forgetting about important events like deadlines, assignment schedules, and exam schedules. For this, we need a system which can capture our lecture notes, have a quick note to jot down the points whichever are important in throughout the day. For example, let's say a professor in the lecture says that you know what, there is a test next week and you need to quickly note it down, or maybe you want to water the plants, so you just note it down. Okay, and then one thing to have all those in a calendar as a reminder or as a time blocking to understand, okay, when are those events actually going to happen, and you need to get a reminder beforehand that okay, this is the upcoming test, this is the upcoming assignment, this assignment is due this day. That is how you organize. So these are the three fundamental pillars how we can go about it. Now about the tools. So you need a notebook. I recommend digital notebook is much better, so Notion is the best app for that. You feel free to use anything which does the same thing. So in Notion, we're going to create a database, add few subjects, and then each subject will represent a page individually. So we can just add our lecture notes for that day, and that will create a new page. And then you can, on that page, you can just add whatever links you have. So like this in the video. Second, we need a tool to quickly capture our thoughts, which is a notes app. Any note taking app in the phone is great because that will reduce the friction. We can use like a physical notebook and pen, but the thing is we need to have less friction, because once you might forget to get carry the notebook, you might forget the pen. Hence, digital form is much better for quick capture. So whenever you have some thoughts or there's something which you need to remind yourself after a period of time, instead of going to the calendar and doing it, just have it quickly captured in the notes, in the quick notes, and that's it. At the end of the day, what we have to do is just go through these notes, quick notes, and see if there's any event. So if there is a deadline, then just put it in the calendar as a reminder. If there is any task you want to do, just put it in the task section in the calendar. And if there is any event coming up, just block that time for that event. Let's say March 24 something is coming up, so just mark 24 March as that day, and that's all. So how do you go using the calendar effectively? So first of all, you need to plan an ideal week. What does an ideal week means? So basically that includes your morning routine, that includes your time to lectures, that includes your time to breakfast, dinner, sleep, lunch, and your the time between from going to and fro to the university or college. So all that time is there already in your calendar. So that is your ideal week calendar, and this way that gives you an overall idea about how your week looks like you can't move these bits of pieces because those are the things which you have to perform. So this is how you have an ideal calendar, and rest is your time, so your free time. So basically you can add in your events, assignments, or whatever you want in those period, like have a social party. So if a friend says like hey, can you come over and we'll do some gaming night session, so you'll just look into your calendar, yeah sure I can because I have that block there. So that's how it's done. Now I'm gonna show you how, if I would have seen this video, how TJ would have done it during his college days. First up, lecture notes. So for lecture notes, I'll be using Notion, and then for example, I'm studying the lecture arrays. So I'll just go into data structures, create the page for today's date, and then I'll just type in the notes, for example, like what are arrays. The beauty with Notion is that I can add in all the screenshots, notes, important links all in one place. Now the second step is quick capture. Pull out any note-taking app and start taking down the notes throughout the day, and don't forget. Now, the only issue you might face is getting into habit of quickly capturing all those important events or reminders which you want to remember. It's tough, but once you get it, it's inevitable. Now, before scheduling the day, I'll just check on my ideal week calendar, which I have mentioned before. So I'll go there, add in all the tasks which I am supposed to do throughout the day and can't change them timings. And this will make me understand what are the blank spaces or which time slot is available for me to take up more work or do the assignment or for me shoot this YouTube video. So that is how you can do it. Moving on to our final step, which is adding everything to the calendar. Go through your quick capture section, be it a notebook or an app, and then start scheduling the important events and set reminders so that you won't forget them. And that's it, you are set for the university.